So today I got something very important to talk about. Lube. I'm just playing.
I can't stay.
So today we're going to be talking about shooter lube. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys, like in the comments and on Instagram, because I've been using shooter lube in my build series that I've been doing. We used it when we built the Polymer 80 Glock. Then we used it while we're building the 1911. A lot of you guys have been just saying, hey, how do you like it? What does it run? And I'm like, hey, that's why I've been testing it, because I got to do a review on it here. So this, I know that the Daily Shooter uses this. I actually met Colton, who owns the company, on Instagram. And I just kind of asked him how he would, if I could try his stuff out. So Colton, he sent this out to me. He also sent a t-shirt. You can buy them at his website. I'll put an affiliate link in the description, and there's going to be a coupon code down there for you guys as well. But he sent this stuff out, and I would be wearing a t-shirt, but it's dirty right now. So I do have a t-shirt. You can see it in my other videos. But, I've been very impressed with this. Honestly, before I ever tried shooter lube, all I ever bought was break-free CLP, from Walmart and stuff like that. I never really paid much attention to it. But as I kind of got to talking with him and some other people about, should you use an all-in-one or should you use the two-step? This is a two-step. It's solvent and lube. They were telling me about how, sometimes with the CLPs, it's a cleaner, lubricant, and a protectant. And they said sometimes with them, especially if they sit on the shelf for a long time, that the cleaner actually doesn't know when to stop cleaning. It can actually interfere with the lubrication and protection part of CLP. Not to say that CLP is bad, I use it all the time, but when you're running guns like ARs and 1911s, which you need to keep a lot of lubrication on to run them reliably, sometimes that cleaner can become corrosive over time, especially if they got water and stuff like that in their ingredients. So let's dive up close real quick and take a look at it. Okie dokie pokey. Here we have the shooter lube. Like I said, I used it in the 1911 build and in the Polymer 80 build. Haven't had any issues with it. We're gonna clean up the Glock 19 that I took out yesterday. It's not super dirty, but it's dirty enough, I guess, to clean, whatever. But let's talk about shooter lube for a second before we do it. So this is the Sullivan Stage 1. And what makes this really good is it's odorless. There's no water in this, so you don't got to worry about it. If you live in extreme cold environments, you don't got to worry about it freezing on you. You don't got to worry about it rusting anything, because I guess some solvents have water in them. What I've noticed about this, though, when I'm using it, is it fully evaporates. Like, you barely have a lot that you have to wipe off, which is a good thing. Leaves no residue on there. Non-hazardous ingredients, according to the EPA, and it's non-corrosive and it's non-flammable. I mean, I'm guessing you could probably eat it if you wanted to. I'm not gonna try it, but I'm guessing you could. And then stage 2, the oil. And this is biodegradable, non-flammable, non-toxic, 100% synthetic, low odor, non-staining, rust and corrosion protection, and reduces wear and friction. And what makes this different is a lot of other lubrications, it'll just, when you put the lube onto the metals, it will just kind of sit on the surface and eventually evaporate off. Well, according to shooter lube, what this will do is it will form, the oil penetrates into the pores of the metal, forms a bond to the metal, and it doesn't wipe off or wear off, melt, or evaporate with heavy use. And that's something that I did kind of notice. Like, obviously I don't have the tools necessary to do a scientific test with that, but it works really well. So yeah, I went to the range yesterday, took this out, may have put, I don't know, probably about 50 rounds or so in it. So it's not gonna be super dirty. And that's another thing I love about these titanium nitrided barrels is they clean up really easily. I'm actually about to do a part 2 review on this Blacklist barrel, so I can get you guys all up to speed on how it's working out for me. So we're gonna clean it up real nice, make her shine like a penny. Cool thing about this on the shooter lube is it has a little lock button, so when it's locked you can't pull the trigger. You unlock it, you can. So I'm gonna just back everything up And I like how it sprays. So it sprays out in a mist, and I like that because you get really good coverage. So while that's sitting there, I just usually take my towel and I just wipe my slide out. You know, I don't really worry about getting it all perfect or anything. I just kind of wipe it out with a cloth. Let me get this lens here. Yeah, like I said, it's not too dirty. Yeah, the frame's not too dirty at all either. So I'm just gonna use my cloth. I'm not really gonna spray anything in here. Just get the little bit of carbon off of it. All right, main thing that's dirty is the barrel. All right, get that all shaken out. So let's go up close a little bit here. So on any barrel, right here around the chamber is gonna be your hardest part to clean. And it doesn't matter what solvent I use, it's always difficult. There are few grooves here and there that are kind of difficult to get to. But yeah, guys, I mean, with lubes and stuff like that, you know, I never really put much thought into it because I don't store my guns for long periods of time, you know what I mean? And I don't have to worry about dehumidifiers right now. I will here in the near future, because I'll be getting a gun safe. But I'm glad that I met Colton from Shooter Lube because I'm sold on this product now. It does everything that they say it's going to do. You know, like I said, no odors or anything like that. What determines a good review versus a bad review is, does the product perform the way that the company states? And if so, and if it doesn't, does it compromise safety? Then I'll add my opinion into it later. But in my eyes, that, you know, if it's compromising safety and or it's not performing the way that a company states, that's what makes a product review kind of going towards the bad side of things. Pull the bore snake through. So let's look at this. So I still got a little bit of carbon on the edges and the corners that are really hard. I used to use the bristles from this bore snake here to get those. There we go. Now on a standard Glock, I don't run much lube at all. I just do what they say to do, you know? Put a little dab here, just like so. Then I'll just spread it out evenly. Now on these match grade barrels, I put a little bit more lube than, you know, I would put on a standard Glock barrel. Because these lugs are so much larger, match grade barrels, I tend to put a little bit of extra lube just down in there, just help them out and kind of wipe it off the chamber. Everybody has their own way of cleaning a gun. This just happens to be one of the ways that I prefer. Put my threading back on here just so we don't lose that. I know a lot of people lose these things. So there we go, cleaned right up. I'm very surprised on how well this actually works as a solvent, given that it's completely non-toxic, odorless, and all that good stuff. Because usually, you know, you spray the CLP. The standard way that I've always cleaned it is I spray the CLP onto the barrel, and I felt like I had to let it sit for such a long period of time before I could get all the carbon off. And this, it just seems like to do it just immediately, the carbon starts just falling off. So kudos to them. Back up top, it works well. It cleans very, very nicely. The lubrication runs very well. Like I said, I've been running it on the 1911 and I've been test firing it and I've had no issues with it at all. Now, obviously I live in the desert. I live in a hot climate. Thankfully, there's no water in this, so you don't really got to worry about it freezing up, you know, if you live in colder climates. You know, everyone's got their favorite gun cleaner lube that they swear by. And I'm not saying that Shooter Lube is gonna beat yours, so please don't take this review that way. But what I am saying is, it's definitely worth checking out. You know what I mean? I got a coupon code for all of you guys, so you guys can take advantage of that. I'll put an affiliate link down below, so thank you guys so much for your support. But yeah, I mean, it's only like 18 bucks and you're gonna get 5% off of that. It's worth at least checking it out, seeing how you like it. And if you don't, hey, don't ever buy it again. You know what I mean? That's what we do, right? We just test products and stuff like that. So until next time, guys, I love you and you guys be safe.